Hello and welcome to another episode of Buttpluggin with qDot. We have another Will It Buttplug review episode on our hands here, and we'll be looking at Crimsonland by 10 Ton Games. Crimsonland was originally a game released in 2003. We're going to be playing the 2014 remake of it. 10 Ton Games is kind of known for their twin stick shooters. They seem to put out 2 or 3 of them a year right now. They're all pretty good, but this one kind of has a special place in my heart because it vibrates in just the right ways. So let's take a look. Okay, so here we are, Crimsonland. Crimsonland is a twin stick shooter, which means pretty much what it sounds like. You've got a gamepad with 2 sticks on it. One of them moves the player around. The other one aims to shoot. Sometimes that one also shoots. Sometimes you have to hit a button. In Crimsonland, you have to hit the right trigger on this one. If you've played games like Smash TV or Nex Machina or anything by Eugene Jarvis, who is the godfather of twin stick shooters, you'll be pretty familiar with this. There's not really much of a plot to speak of in this game. You run around shooting spiders and lizards and insects and zombies, and I'm not really sure why and who cares. So, give you a quick idea of what the game looks like. So here's our player walking around. There's some enemies, and now we get a new gun. And now we wait for more enemies to show up. And we shoot them slowly, and every so often you'll level up and get some sort of new upgrade. And now there's some lizard people to kill with this incredibly tiny flamethrower. More upgrades, more lizard people to kill that are now frozen. And really, this is pretty much it. This is the game. This is all you do. I mean, it's fun as hell, though. So let's go ahead and let our player die here very, very slowly. Wow. Wow, that death sound. I think that guy got a hold of the toys before we've even started them up. Wow. Okay, so now that we've seen what the game looks and sounds like, let's take a look at what it looks like when we're running it with the Buttplug game vibration router. So we will bring up first our webcam that shows our toys, and our game vibration router window, which is already up and running. And we will need to refresh our list and attach it to Crimsonland. It's ready to go. So we are now attached and reading all of the vibration signals that come out of Crimsonland. We'll return that back to 1. And for devices today, we have the Levin's Hush, the Levin's Edge, so Buttplug, Prostate Massager, and the Levin's Lush, which is a vaginal vibrator. All 3 of these are Bluetooth controllable, and all of them are supported by the Buttplug library, which is what the software runs on. Okay, so let's get back into Crimsonland, now with sex toys. Now you're probably wondering, wait, I didn't read Bondage Fairies, I'm not really into spiders and insects and having sex with them. Why are we doing this? So that's probably a pretty good question. If we go back to the main menu and look at our extras here, this weapons screen right here shows us why. There are 30 different guns in Crimsonland, and each one of them comes with their own vibration pattern. So as I play the game, and with this screen, we can actually see the vibration patterns now. You'll be able to see the different patterns that the guns create. And the interesting part about that is, as you get new guns, you can basically change the pattern your toy is vibrating to. So if you find a pattern you like, you'll probably use that gun more, which may change how you play the game. Okay, so let's go back to the level we were just playing. and see what it looks like with toys now. Okay, our vibration is working, as we can see in the graph over there. Now, let's get our gun here. And as you can see, this gun gives us a lot of little vibrations. Oh. Okay, so that's not a hell of a lot of vibration right there. You can see the toys are moving a little bit, but not too much. So let's go ahead and change our vibration multiplier here. What the vibration multiplier does is, as the game sends signals to the toys in order to tell them to vibrate, we can actually multiply them. So even though the game is sending one signal, we can multiply it, this time by 3, to make sure that the toys vibrate a lot more than the gamepad might. Which sometimes that's needed because you never know how strong the vibrator in your butt plug or whatever else is going to be. So now that we've done that, let's take a look at the game again, and as you can see, those peaks are a little bit bigger, the toys are moving a little bit more. Okay, and now I get my choice of weapon. So I kind of like the Gatling guns for this. Honestly, the best weapons are going to be the ones that give you the most ammo, because you want the least amount of time in reload while you're playing the game, because while you're reloading, your toy is not going to vibrate, and that's kind of boring. Okay, so let's say that you've had your fill of Crimsonland now, and you are ready to kind of finish playing, as it were. There is an interesting mechanic you can use to just basically make the toys vibrate forever. So what you do, and I've already played through most of this level, I now have one enemy left, which means as long as I keep running around, I run faster than them. So as long as I don't shoot them, and right now I'm using the pulse gun, which is fantastic for this, because as you can see, it puts out a fairly good signal for vibration. Like, the toys are really going crazy at the moment, and there's no reload time. It just kind of keeps going forever. So I can just sit here and kite the enemy until I am basically done. I can get myself off or whatever else and have the vibration going, and then once I'm all done, boom, and the level's done. And so am I. So that's it for our review of Crimsonland. As you can see, it controls toys pretty well. It gives you some interesting patterns to work with, and really with all of these different guns, you have all sorts of experimentation you can do in terms of earning them and then figuring out which one is the best to use, which one you like the way that feels the best, which one kills the most enemies, while also making you feel the best. And yes, it is possibly a little weird to be shooting all sorts of different things and getting off to it, but hey, it's video games. Is anyone really surprised? So for this game, I will give it 1.5 butt plugs. I'll give it a full butt plug because it does vibrate. It vibrates well. It has good patterns and everything else. You can kind of change up the game mechanics for vibration and trying to find like what the best vibration for you is and how that changes how you play the game, which gets it another quarter butt plug. And then finally, with that kiting technique I showed, you can actually finish yourself off and have a full sexual session with the game without having to stop and go do something else. So that gains it another quarter butt plug. So all in all, 1.5 out of 2 butt plugs is a pretty damn good score. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and also take a look at our Patreon, because I certainly need more money to buy more toys to do more stupid shit like this with. And until then, keep butt plugging.